Welcome learners for this session, PHP and MySQL. I'm Dr. Emma Berlin from working as professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, RMD Engineering College. In this session, I would like to give the lecture on PHP introduction. PHP, the acronym for PHP is Hypertext Preprocessor. In the previous days, they have used to call this as personal home pages. Now PHP is open source and it is freely downloadable. You can download it, install in your system. And PHP is a scripting language. It can be executed in server. So PHP is called as server-side scripting language. That can also be embedded with HTML. So in your system, you need a server as well as a text editor for writing your PHP code. And PHP can also be integrated with many popular databases such as MySQL, SQLite, Oracle, SQL Server, and so on. And PHP can handle many forms. It can able to gather data from files. It can able to send or save data into file. It can able to send an email, and also it is possible to maintain much amount of data, means large amount of data in the database. And also since it can be able to integrate with the HTML and integrate with the databases, you can able to add, delete, modify, and you can manipulate your database with the help of PHP. And PHP also supports for encrypting data. And PHP file extension, normally you know how we write the coding in C. So for C programs, the extension will be .c, and for C++, the extension may be .cpp, and for Java type of programs, we use .java. So this we know already. And here for the PHP type of files, the extension to be used as .php, that is Hypertext Preprocessor. So this is the extension of PHP files. And how to install PHP? For installation of PHP, it requires one server and one text editor. In the text editor, we can able to write the program, PHP program, and also it can be embedded with the HTML tags. And this program can be executed only in the server. So we need server as well as text editor. So what server I am going to focus here in this session? The WARM server. You can also use SAM server. So the installation of WARM server and how to execute in WARM server also we are going to discuss now. And what text editor we are going to focus today is Notepad++. And how to install WARM server now. And if you are using 32-bit processor, then there, if you give this website, www.wamserver.com, you can able to see this page, and it will open this page, and there you can able to find out one link for WARM server with the 64 bits and another link for WARM server with 32 bits. So your system is with a 64-bit processor, you have to click this, or your system is with 32-bit processor, you need to click this. Now we see the installation steps of WARM server. So if you click that link, it will navigate to another web page. So there you can able to find out various steps for the installation of WARM server. So the WARM server, first, as I said earlier, you need to give that website. Then it will open this page. You and you can able to find out this link. Just click it, then you can able to see another window. There one option is there, that is download directly. See, download directly, you can able to find out. Just click it, it will download the PAM server exe file. And now see here, the after downloading, you can able to see the executable file .exe file, right? So once you got .exe file, that is executable file of WAM server, you have to double click on this, then for launching WAM installer, right? So you need to double click the downloaded file, downloaded exe file, then it will to launch what? WAM installer. Then your preferable language is English, so click OK. Then we need to agree the license. I accept the license and give click next. Click simply next. Then select the folder to locate the WAM server executable file and click next. Then click next. Again, here one folder will be created. As I told earlier, see WAM server 64-bit link is clicked. So it supports for the WAM server 64-bit processor. So such a folder is created automatically. You have to click next here. Then you click install and it will ask one pop-up message, maybe whether you are going to use the text editor with Notepad++, Notepad exe. So if you are okay, give yes. Then it will be installed. Then click finish. Once your installation is successful, then you can able to see here one icon, shortcut icon for web server. So you can, it will be with the symbol W. Like this, one symbol will be there. You can able to see that. So in my system, I have already installed this. So you can able to see the WAM server. See here, the icon WAM server shortcut icon here. So this is what WAM server shortcut icon. You can able to see it here. Yes. Now, so this is these are the steps to be followed for the installation of WAM server. And next is to see about how to install Notepad++ to use as text editor. Because in this text editor only, we have to write the PHP file or the embedded HTML file, and that can be executed in the WAM server. Okay, we see how the installation steps of this Notepad++. Once you click that link, it will navigate to this window. And here, see, you can see one option as Notepad. As I told earlier, which text editor we are using, Notepad++. You can able to find out Notepad installer. And if you click it, it will open one executable file. Just click, double click. It will start your execution, means your installation. So if you click this, it will open one exe file, or it will download one exe file that need to be clicked. So it will ask you to see the preferred language, English. Then simply click next. Next, agree the license. Again, choose the folder. Click next. Then install here. Then finish. Once you install, right? See, you will get, you can find this icon, this shortcut icon in your desktop, right? So this shortcut icon, you see, I have installed, so I can able to see this shortcut icon in my system, right? Okay. So now the installation steps of here WAM server and the Notepad++, you have seen now. Now we just see the introduction part of PHP. PHP, as I said earlier, can be embedded with the HTML. So here, as I shown, HTML will be the start tags, and it can end with the HTML tags. In between, your PHP code will be there. So how the system or the or during execution can able to identify whether it is a PHP file or PHP tag or it is a HTML tag with the help of this PHP processing instructions. So this is what PHP processing instruction actually. So how to give the PHP file? It will start with this tag or the processing instruction with the PHP. Next line may be your executable statements, your PHP coding will be there. Then finally it will end with one PHP processing instruction, end tag. So once your system or during execution, it executes this, it finds this instruction, then it can able to understand that it has to jump into the PHP code. Once it finds this, it can able to understand that it has to jump out or come out from the PHP part, PHP code. So it may proceed with the HTML tags and all. Here after this, it will end with the HTML tag. So that is why we said here it can be embedded into the HTML code. So PHP code is there. It can be identified with the help of PHP processing instructions, and HTML code tags will be there, and here it will end with the HTML tags. So this is the syntax of what PHP. And now we work PHP with the notepad, and we work and we execute that files, PHP files in the WAMP server. So we just open now WAMP server. So to execute your PHP file in WAMP server, what to do? First, you have to click WAMP server, double click on the shortcut icon. It will be initialized. Give yes, it will be initialized. No need to do anything now. Yes, once it is over, you can able to see here one green color icon. See, here you can able to see green color, right? This is W symbol is what? WAMP server. So it is initialized now. It is ready for the execution, executing some scripting files. Okay. Now we have initialized our WAMP server. Now I am opening Notepad++ for writing programs. So this is the screen of Notepad++. So here I'm going to write a new program, new. So when you give new, it will open a new tab, right? So there we are going to write the PHP file. You know that we need to start with PHP processing instruction, then give space for writing the statements. It should end with this, right? So here now you can see that it is not saved this file still. So it is in this color, and this also in this color, and here this is a space for writing your PHP statements, right? Executable statements. Now what we need to do, we need to save this. So file, save as. Where to save this file? When you try to save this file, it will automatically bring you to this page where in C drive, WAMP64 is there already. WAMP64 folder, because this WAMP server is installed in the 64-bit processor system, and in WAMP64 you can able to find a web folder. Web www folder is there. In that folder you can create any your own folder. I have given here, or I have created here one folder with the name Berlin, right? So inside that I can store all my PHP files. Also you can able to find here all the files are saved with the extension .php, right? And so in the C drive, my WAMP server is in WAMP64, and where you can create the folder within www in the web folder. Create your new folder. Under that you can have some n number of files, PHP files. Okay, now what to do? You have to give all types, right? Here type of the file must be selected. So you select the type. See, this is what PHP hypertext processor. See, this is the type of the file need to be selected. What is that? PHP hypertext preprocessor file. So this type must be selected. So we have to select it. Okay. Select this. Then give the file name as hello name is already there. Hello world name is also already there. Hello new. We give new with the extension .php. .php is very essential. So give with the extension also type also we have selected. Save. See, you can able to see now the color of this processing instruction changed. Now it shows this is the PHP file. Since you have saved your file with the .php extension, so it is take what is the file name? Hello new.php. So now you can try to write your own code here. So what I am trying to do, just to display messages. So echo and one welcome message I want to give. Then next one more echo display for displaying some other statement, maybe introduction to. And semicolon in the double quote, right? Okay, now these two lines are new. These two lines are new, not yet saved. So you have to save this. See here, save button is there. Just click. Right now we have to open our WARM server. How to open WARM server? You just take a web page and there open new tab. So there you have to type, because your WARM server is a local host, local server. Your system is acting as a client as well as server, right? So for the local host, we have to give IP addresses 127.0.0.1, 127.0.0.1. So this specifies local host IP address. Press enter. See, already we have installed WARM server. So its configuration is now you can able to view. Now I want to execute the PHP file which we have created. So it is in which folder? In Berlin folder. So just give enter. So now it is shows all the PHP files which I have created, right? And what is a newly created one? Hello new.php, right? So this is a newly created one. So now we try to execute this. Hello new.php. It shows an error, right? See, actually it executes in the WARM server only. Okay, it executes in the WARM server, but it has some, that code has some error. So what error? We see that now. You are very clear? So in the WARM server only we are executing. Okay. In some error in the line number 6 or something it is shown, right? We have to move to our notepad++. Yes. Now, all the statements must end with a semicolon. Okay. It must end with semicolon. Again, save this. For every new entry, you must save your file. Save this. Go back to WARM server. Again, WARM server. What you need to do, just a refresh. Yes. Now you got the answer. Welcome. Introduction to PHP in the same line. Now I want to give this two in two different lines, right? So for that, what to do? Take Notepad, that PHP program. You have to introduce one break statement here. Within quote, you need to give break tag, BR. Tag need to be given. It should also end with a semicolon. This is a new statement. Save this. Very clear? And so now you work in WARM server. As I told earlier, simply refresh. Yes, you got in two lines. You are very clear now? Yes. So now this is in this way, you can able to create the file in the Notepad++ in the text editor. and the execution can be done only through the server, right? So here we have the WAMP server, there it is executed. And already what are the program or other PHP files which you have created, to see that just to go back. Still you are in the WAMP server page, go back, you can able to identify all the PHP files which you have earlier created. Okay. And so there addition.php, simple program, addition of two numbers. So the addition is 50. So the, we check what program we have written for the addition. So file, open, addition.php, just to click it, open. See, this is the file, right? So this is the code written for adding two numbers in PHP. You know that normally with in C or C++, we write A equal to 10 and B equal to 20 or something. Then we write C equal to A plus B, like that, right? Then we give the printf statement and all. Yes, now in PHP, you have to give this as not simply as A, $A. $A equal to $B equal to, right? Then that only given here, $A equal to 20. So all the variables must proceed with $sign, with the dollar symbol. So $A equal to 20 and $B equal to 30. So in the printf statement, what is their echo? The addition is $A plus $B. That is why we got in the WAMP server while execution. The addition is 50. Right? We got answer there as 50. So this is what about $A plus $B. So every variable must start with $sign. And now we have today in this session, we focused on only PHP basic introduction part. I meet you with in another session with PHP embedded with HTML tags. So how the PHP can be embedded with HTML tag, and how many forms can be created, and how the PHP will interact with or can be integrated with the various databases. So these all those topics we will see in the coming sessions. Thanks for watching. Thank you.